I'm Kerrie Barry and I've been working here in this area for 6 years with refugees as a member of our local communities issues group and also a member of the Rural Australians for Refugees. Rural Australians for Refugees are groups of people in country towns who wish to give support to refugees. Many do so by lobbying for improvements in the refugee situations and changes to our laws, and others who have refugees in their area work in a face-to-face situation with any settlement issues that we can help people with. I knew very little about the countries from where the refugees have come to this area, very little indeed, but they have told me their stories, and I've read some books and many articles and about their situation, the histories of their country, and their stories are definitely believable. We have several families here, so we've worked to help them settle the children into school and to see that the children have what they need. It's too dangerous for them to ever go back into their country. They all have members of family who have already been murdered, and they've had to quickly escape the country because they were the next one in line to be killed. It's very humiliating to have to leave your family and become a refugee, flee for your life when your country's in chaos. My friendship with the refugees is give and take. Sometimes I can help them in some ways, but they also help me enormously, and their loving gratitude is something that I really treasure. The refugees constantly talk about visas, waiting for visas, hoping for a permanent visa, very much in doubt, having difficulty to trust that they will ever get a permanent visa and be able to settle here. They are very distraught by being separated from their families for so long, and it just wears them down with anxiety and anguish, and they become depressed. And even though they are very, very strong people and their faith keeps them strong, years and years of separation from your family and uncertainty as to when you will ever be able to have them here again is just too much. It breaks people. I think this is going to be another big blot on our history. We have done so many wonderful things in this country, but when it comes to people who are a little different, there seems to be xenophobia and racism. We just seem to be fearful of people who are different from ourselves. Maybe it's the fact that we're isolated. I believe in border protection, but I just think our government has gone overboard since 1999, that there's been an overreaction. This area still doesn't have all the resources for refugees that some areas that which have bigger numbers. So yes, we do need more money, especially to help people to integrate, such as getting into sporting activities, which are expensive. I believe there's been an overreaction, and this has been an enormous cost to the taxpayer, which I don't believe can be justified. And it has also been a huge cost in terms of mental ill health to the refugees, which have been documented by psychiatrists. After waiting for so long to be with their families, years, because it's now 6 years, 7 years for some of the people in this area, the refugees have just become into a state of despair. I often introduce people to refugees just so that they can get to know each other, and then once they step over the barrier of cultural difference and so on, they realise, well, yes, this is a person in need, maybe I can do something to help, and that's how we've been getting quite a few more people who are involved in the tutoring and also involved in our picnics or our gatherings. And they help in all sorts of different ways. Other people are helping with furniture, things for the children and so on. And more people are wanting to become involved. I've met really wonderful, wonderful people. My door's always open, and they are very welcome in my home at any time. They're such respectful people, and always generous in every way they can be, and give such loving gratitude, which is really good for us.